Hello everybody. This is my Mod 7 presentation on emerging challenges of cyberbullying, and this will be for teachers, for my educators. So what is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is bullying with technology. So any device a kid may have, whether it be a Chromebook, an iPad, a phone of some sort, and bullying them over that is cyberbullying. A scary thing to think about is that this is sort of new territory for a lot of us educators because we did not grow up with this. I believe the first cell phone came out in 2007, so this is uncharted waters for the majority of us. What are some types of cyberbullying? So first one, as you can see, is exclusion. That is starting like a group chat or talking about somebody behind their back without their consent. Just starting a group chat or something to talk about somebody else. There's harassment, so they're saying things that make others feel uncomfortable. There's outing. Generally, that is taking information that was not meant to be shared and sharing it to others and on social media without that person's consent. Maybe that person did not want that information to be out. There's cyber stalking. That is generally happens with a older person continuing to talk or to look at photos and things of a younger person, but it could also happen among peers. There's fraping. There's fake profiles. Fake profiles is basically creating a profile in order to catfish someone. We'll get down to that later, but fake profile is basically making a profile, adding somebody, and talking to them and pretending that you're somebody else. Dissing. Dissing is saying information, unwanted information, about somebody else. A perfect example of this is if anyone's ever watched the celebrities reading mean tweets, that would be dissing. Trickery. That is when you trick somebody into basically trusting you, or trick somebody into trusting you to get information to be able to do other sorts of bullying. But this could also mean getting personal information. Trolling. That is when you are harassing somebody and trying to provoke a mean response. There is catfishing, and that kind of goes with trickery. That is getting personal information in order to use that to hurt the student, whether it be just information that you could use to bully them, or it could even be something along the lines of like a credit card or credit card number or something along those lines. Well, here's a few facts about cyberbullying. More than half of cyberbullying victims know the individual that is doing the bullying. I believe it was somewhere around 61% know who it is. So the rest of those who do not know who it is tends to be an outside source, which could be another form of harassment, or just somebody who's being inappropriate to them. And that is still a large gap. That is close to 40% of people being cyberbullied do not know the peer, and that is actually scary. 70% of children will experience cyberbullying before the age of 18. Girls are more likely to experience cyberbullying. Boys are more likely to do bullying, so in person, more likely to get in fights and things like that at school, while girls like to seem to follow the trend of starting rumors or just harassing other girls online. One thing is that nobody is immune unless that person lives in a box and has no technology, but no one is immune to this. 1 in 6 cyberbullying issues is forwarded information. So private information that was entrusted into an individual and then forwarding that, and that just makes it spread like a virus throughout the school. I mean, kids don't understand. They're young. They don't understand not to put personal information online, but they do. And generally, a lot of the cyberbullying issues that we have is that information getting leaked or getting out. And last one I thought was very important. 61% of victims say it's because of their appearance, which is truly sad. It is truly sad. I mean, just because of someone's appearance and how they look, they can get bullied for it, and there's no getting around that. So here's some tips to educate your children or your students on how to stand up to cyberbullies. make sure the kids report it to school. Make sure they do. And that number 2, collect evidence. Make sure they have evidence when they come to school. It can make it a lot easier. Tell your kids to come with evidence, because it can make it a lot easier to approach the bully, the person who's doing cyberbullying, to be able to approach them and find out a game plan of what to do with this child. Report to the platform. So whatever platform they're being bullied on, whether it be Facebook or TikTok or all of that sort of thing, make sure you report it, so possibly get that person shut down. Talk to a trusted adult. This is so important. And this also goes back to things like suicide awareness. I mean, this deeply impacts these children. If you can talk to a trusted adult, they can hopefully make it feel like it is not that big of a deal. Hopefully be able to approach that other person, or try to take the necessary steps that will not be harmful to the child being cyberbullied. Demonstrate care. I mean, demonstrating care, once again, to the victim is very, very important, because you need to let them know that they are not in this alone, and to not give up. I mean, they are obviously being a victim, being bullied, and this is not something to be taken lightly. This can be more harsh than actual bullying, I believe. We cannot take this easy. Make sure we work together. People that are being cyberbullied, so us and the children and teachers all together need to be working to fight this thing, and to demonstrate the impact that it actually does have on children. Tell them to stop. Kids can always tell them to stop. Do not encourage. Now, telling somebody to stop and not encouraging go hand in hand. If you encourage by getting a reaction like they want, generally when people bully, they are wanting a reaction. So if you encourage that encourage bullying with reactions, and not just telling them to stop, then it usually does entice them to continue, which is unfortunate. Stay safe. This can go in many different ways. Staying safe is, if you don't know the person you're talking to online, that's so very, very dangerous. And telling children to, I mean, it's almost like don't take candy from a man in a strange van. Do not meet up with somebody. Do not give out information to somebody you do not know. And unfortunately, these children are being taken advantage of, and a lot of them just don't understand the dangers in this world. And do not give up, kids. It's very important that you make sure that that child does not just give up. Teachers, we need to get in front of the problem. We need to always debunk misconceptions about digital behavior, building empathy and understanding towards these children, realizing that they are children. I mean, they're not mature adults. They do not see that it's kind of just ridiculous what they are doing. We need to make sure we build empathy towards them, so we approach this the right way. Teach online safety skills. Teachers need to be doing this, and equipping your people with strategies to reject digital abuse in their lives. So here is a list of references. You all have a great day.